Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to part 3 of the Deus Ex Human Revolution playthrough. We've completed our job in the police department, and we are about ready to head off to the... Actually, it's the FEMA facility in Battery Park. I am your host, Arun Dragon. Quick reminder for those who are new to the channel, if you like what you see and want to support the channel, don't forget to like and subscribe. So, let's go take a trip.
Mr. Jensen, your limo has arrived. You ready to leave?
Yeah, let's go.
Great. Detroit local. This is Sarif Industries, Bravo Echo Echo 008, continuing on.
I still say that looks like it'd be fun to fly. But that's spoken from the perspective of someone who's been a pilot.
Richard, you got coordinates on the factory yet?
I was only able to pinpoint an approximate area, Jensen. So scout around and look for anything unusual. I'll keep monitoring the frequency in case it suddenly goes active.
Also, hello Dyruger, hello Carrie. Glad to have you here.
Yo, what's good, man? You looking for some new toys? I can make you a good deal.
I could use some information.
I can tell you some shit for sure. What you want to know?
You guys seen anything suspicious going down around here?
Suspicious ain't the word, man. All types of caravans moving in and out of here. They're going all out.
Who is they?
Well, that's the problem. These motherfuckers ain't consistent for real. The feds were buying up all the land from the textile manufacturers until about a month ago. That's when some started going down in this bitch. Something real. What you call it before?
Suspicious.
Word, suspicious. Something real suspicious started happening. These spec ops moved into the factory and started running some sort of major operation. They picked off my brother for trying to set up shop in the area. Rest in peace, Big Rizzle.
Yeah, rip. These spec ops still around?
Yeah, no doubt. They got a patrol unit in the courtyard, and they got snipers on the roof and shit. Thing is, I saw some government vans lurking around, so it looks like they be moving their party somewhere else and making way for the feds once again.
Thanks.
All good. Anything else?
Yeah, let's see what you got.
To stock up. What do you have?
Shit, son. We got some hot items right now. Check it out. What you need?
I'll take a grenade back.
Good choice, son. Anything else?
I could use some more ammo.
Well, I don't use the tranquilizer cross rifle or the crossbow, and I got rid of the crossbow, so I'm not going to buy that just now.
I'm good for now. Thanks for the offer.
All good, son. Peace. And watch your back.
I wish I could sell stuff to him. I've got stuff in my inventory I'd like to get rid of that I'm not going to be using. Like a couple of frag mines. I don't even have the shotgun with me. Although I'm fairly certain I'll probably be getting one in fairly short order.
Manderley was supposed to have that morgue locked down, but somebody got to the corpse before we did. We can still reconfigure, track this Yahoo down.
It's too late for that. It's time to clean up.
But what about the Dutchman?
No loose ends, Barrett.
I'll make the call.
Malik, get out of sight, now.
Why? What's going on?
They're here. The mercs who killed Megan and her team.
Fuck.
I'm going in.
Which reminds me, do I have... Yes, I do have praxis points, which is probably good because I'm going to need to expand my carrying capacity anyway. Might as well expand it all the way, right? Won't have to worry about it again in the future. Now I have all this over here. Okay, good. All three types of grenades are down there at least. Kind of suspected that might happen.
A quick sweep, then I call it in.
Forgot I was crouched. And therefore, not moving at full speed.
This is Football, man. I hate running with our television on legs like this.
Orders are orders. Besides, we're about to pull out anyway. Just waiting on confirmation about you.
I still can't believe he's dead. 3 months undercover with those purity freaks, and something blows it at the last minute.
You mean somebody? Maybe even the same guy who got inside that morgue before we did.
Man, I'd like to get my hands on that break.
Space we got back here. Something tells me you're not the only one feeling that way.
Well, he's not alarmed now. Too much range on that one.
Shit. Was that a bullet?
Yes, so was that. Ooh, nice. The revolver. And ammo. Ramsey, do me a favor, will you? Check and see if Johnson's meditating inside one of those disposal pods again. I swear the man can be real sick sometimes. I keep telling him just because this place is new doesn't mean those coffins ain't seen usage out west. Gross. And 75 credits. Intense fighting in NT standoff. Australia's civil war became closer to ending today as Bell Tower's 12th Commando Regiment successfully quelled an insurgency in the Northern Territory. Pro-China rebels responsible for the uprising have been demanding that the South Australian Federation release control of vital oil reserves and recognize the Northern government in exile. Suspect in custody after Olympia bomb attack. Law enforcement officials have arrested Joshua Corbin, 33, in connection with the Saturday's terrorist attack at the Washington State Capitol in Olympia. Officials say the man accused of driving an SUV into the Capitol building was a key member of the separatist terror group New Sons of Freedom, the NSF. In a written statement to the press, the NSF called for the Pacific Northwest to secede from the United States. The rambling political screed also made the claim that Corbin is being held illegally in a secret FEMA internment camp outside Seattle. When asked about these accusations, Thomas Shea, executive director of FEMA, quipped, "We can't be expected to respond to every lunatic who thinks the government is out to get them." Now, if you're lucky and you stay there, you get to live. And you get to join them. Okay, that should be most of the outs. Whoop! Nice try. $200 credits, some painkillers.
Access granted.
Turn off that laser grid. Well, I said I thought this area was clear. This outside area was clear anyway. Oh, hello. Need to upgrade my... Need to either find a passcode or figure out how to get enough... Another concussion grenade. 70 credits. Combat rifle. But yeah, need to either find a password or figure out how I'm going to upgrade my hacking software for that one. Well, all these extra stun gun darts are certainly welcome. Oh, somehow I missed that. Laser targeting system. Well, I can put you on the revolver, the machine pistol, or the combat rifle. That's good. Not going to put you on any of them yet until I decide which one I want to keep, but besides, I've got a combat rifle back home. Well, back in Jensen's apartment, I mean. Okay. So, looks like I don't have much choice but to go through that door right now. And drag this dude away from the door, just to be safe. Yeah, you can sleep off that concussion in here. Okay. Oh. Tranquilizer darts. Don't need them, but might be able to sell the ammo later. And can't get into it. Dadgummit. Worked out better than I expected. I knew that throwing a cardboard box was possibly going to get someone's attention. In that case, well, it served its purpose. What worries me is that sniper up on that building over there.
Footsteps. Who's there? Hello? If anyone is hiding here, you better come out. Ugh.
Parker, you've worked here how long and you still don't know this? Computer logins are always the number of the workstation you're using. You are WKS0012. Your password is NTLSEC59. Write it down somewhere. Hack it just for the XP. Eep, this might be harder than I thought. Parker, don't forget to make a daily sweep over the asphalt near the bus parking. Might not have any detainees yet, but you know those blue-collar bus drivers will kill us if one of them busts a tire tread on a rusty nail or something. P.S. Episode 9 tonight? If so, let's go... Shit.
Sweep the sector! I want him found! Who the hell is that?
End of the line!
Moving to attack!
Anyone else want to make the same mistake? Problem is,
Lost it. Sweep, then I call it in.
I think, he just went down to alarmed status. See LaBeouf at Ray Gang activity. I've been seeing more and more of those augmented gangers encroaching on our security perimeter. They may keep it up and the general public may get wind of what's really going on in here. Jackie's going to be in touch, give him whatever he needs. 10-4, but you'll remember this next time I'm up for review, right? From Jay Manderley, Priority Level 1. All construction and maintenance staff will be required to vacate the building until such time as a Code Green ordinance is announced, at which time it'll be safe for you to return. Please be sure to clean your barracks and take all personal items with you. Failure to comply with this ordinance will be met with strict disciplinary action, as will any unauthorized discussion of this situation. Remember, loose lips sink ships. Inventory is full. Yeah, I can do something about that. Like drop the peps I'm not going to use. Drop the tranquilizer darts I'm not going to use. Drop the machine pistol I'm not going to use. Install the last upgrade on my max ammo capacity on that thing now. 22 shots. And the main reason for taking the sniper rifle in this case is just to sell the damn thing. Because I have that Whisper silenced sniper rifle. Oh, well, I guess I don't have to worry about that electric lock there because I can just climb down these stairs. Another frag grenade, a shotgun and 3 shotgun cartridges. Not sure I want all that, but we'll see. Some of this stuff I'll have to drop, I'm sure, even with the full inventory. But I'd have to drop even more if I hadn't bought those inventory size upgrades. Okay. And the reason for taking that shortcut is it lets me out right here under that camera and next to the elevator. Now take a look, because you're going to see some serious... First off, this facility is down deep. Second off, well, let's see, there's that guy, those guys, those guys. Did I mention we're not stopping on this floor?
Patch me to Sarif. We may have a problem here.
Wonderful.
Adam, talk to me.
This factory, where the hacker's signal originated, it's got FEMA signs all over it. I think it's some kind of internment camp.
FEMA? That's impossible. Half of our contracts are government issue.
I know, but the soldiers who attacked us are here. And from the looks of it, they've got access to some pretty impressive equipment.
I better make some calls. Find out who's giving the orders and get back to me.
Barrett. There we go. 1 praxis point available. Ooh.
pack up and pull out!
Yeah, I'm not waiting for that ring knocker to get back here. Get it! Move on position!
Enter combat.
Didn't expect them to spot me as soon as I got off the elevator.
What the fuck are you doing? Orders are to pack up and pull out!
Yeah, I'm not waiting for that ring knocker to get back here with a forklift. Trust me, my way. See, why carry him when they can walk?
So why is he not walking out of here?
Hang on. Gotta be one of these buttons.
Well, I freed up a little space. Gonna be rough with that box guard right there and that guy.
Enter combat.
Be right back. Nick's wanted out.
Target locked.
Ah, fucking ha. I knew that had to be around here somewhere. Oh, let's drop a few things. I think that went right under its legs.
Target lost. Activate self-destruct sequence.
That problem is solved. Well, come and get me then.
Access granted.
Disable the alarm. See if there's any more of those on the walls. As much as I would love to keep the rocket launcher, there's just not enough ammo for it. But at least it took care of that box guard that I was so worried about. And that guy, I don't know if I shot him or if he got blown up here by one of the box guards' attacks.
Access granted.
See, the thing is, if you hack those security, those touchpads for security, if you hack them and click on deactivate, then they can't, not only does it turn off the alarm, but they can't use that pad.
Access granted.
Hey, more stun gun darts. I can live with that. Okay. I think I've cleared out this area. Yeah, I've already deactivated that one. That's going to be a problem if they have those cameras in all the hallways. because I haven't found the security station yet. And even if I did, the question is, will I be able to hack the security station so I can disable the cameras? Stay there, stay there, stay there, stay there, stay there. Keep your back turned. Don't...
No one!
Another way into the hall around the detention area. Oh, of course. The back door into that thing. And the security hub, so I can shut down some of the cameras at least. Well, well.
Access granted.
Please note that after the recent security breach in Lansing, Northcom Division, stationed in Sector 46, will have command authority over all FEMA operations in Michigan State and Pennsylvania. All transports and investigations there will need clearance with the Joint Task Force Office. All other command authority sectors remain in place. Please make sure to submit your operation breakdown reports as soon as possible. Please note that, effective immediately, detainees arriving in any Michigan facility must be deferred to medical DPMT for surgical implantation of tracking chips before being installed in the cell blocks. Under no circumstances are detainees to be informed of the reason for their deferment. Note, laser shackles to be detached only upon cell block inoculation. You know, if you're gonna shoot, you might want to shoot something other than the window. Just saying. Okay, fine. Well, so much for that.
Anyone got him?
No, nobody got me.
Stand down. You got away, but stay alert. Stay alert! He shows himself again! I want it!
What the hell was that?
Get on! I'll back you up!
That was me taking a pot shot and hitting one of you in the back of the head.
Stay on patrol. Possible situation. Sound good, whatever.
Well, let's see. 2 of you have dropped dead already, and you still don't know where I am. Make that 3. That was a close call, though. All 5 of them came into the room.
Come back here!
How about no? Is no good for you? Is unconscious good for you? Well, that didn't work out. On the plus side, that doesn't count as a failed attempt at hacking because I didn't so much stop hacking as the computer got shut down by an EMP. Now bring your ass in here.
I need a visual! Search every corner! Hostile is in the area! We've got lead in the air! Come on out! Come on!
Takes care of all of them on this section of the... Well, no, not all of them. There's one of them downstairs, I think.
Access granted.
Oh, hey. And again, I'm just going to have to choose to drop a few things. Like this sniper rifle that I'm probably not going to use. Can never have too many rockets, even if you don't have a rocket launcher.
Access granted.
This one might be the security terminal. Oh boy.
Access granted.
There we go. Turned off 2 more cameras. Mather and I will be the only... Everything's in play. Mather and I will be the only FEMA reps here for the duration, but if something goes wrong, you'll need to remotely wipe my workstation using these codes. WKS 3021, HLMD Sec 1. I'll ping you when they've decamped. And I don't have the turret override. That's annoying.
Access granted.
Listen, Mather, I told you everything I know. I have no idea what these special forces are doing here, and I don't intend to ask why. The orders came from the head office just like last time. I know you think there's other influences involved, and you may be right. This department has always had voices in the dark whispering in our ears, and I wouldn't go around asking too many questions if I were you. Just try to be patient until these guys leave and we can have our facility back. Mark, in preparation of the arrival and subsequent occupancy by our mutual friends, please make sure to transfer all Code Orange, Code Red, and Top Secret files to your external hard drive and delete said files from your computer before 2400 Saturday. We may be lending them our facility, but there's no reason we should have to compromise U.S. government secrets any more than that. Access for these mercs? Forgot about that. Set them up in the conference room. Workstation DETWKS0666. Make sure it's completely firewalled from the internal network and be sure to wipe the hard drive the minute they're gone. You'll probably need to set all security computers to a single login and passcode too. Okay. Well, now I get to go downstairs and deal with those cameras and that turret. Ugh.
Access granted.
Jensen, that frequency we tracked just got a burst of activity. I think these guys might be pulling out.
Yeah, I've kind of been getting that feeling. Any idea who's running the show?
They're using some kind of code. But from what I can gather, the guy giving the orders is still a level below you.
Nice job, Richard. I'll find him.
Just turning down the music temporarily, I wanted to mention this this FEMA detention camp that's in this, that I'm currently in this game. It reminds me of the time when people started claiming on the internet that FEMA was converting Walmarts into detention centers. And they had a picture of one with a FEMA banner on it. And I'm like, oh really? Because here's the actual picture before anyone started photoshopping it. And I'd like you to know that Walmart is in Canada. Are you telling me that a United States agency is turning a Canadian Walmart into a FEMA detention center? Didn't think so. Maybe next time, don't believe everything you see on the internet. Gonna turn down the music a little bit so I don't feel like it's gonna be hard to talk over. Well, that's true, but still, the very idea that FEMA would use Walmart for detention centers, nah, that's just silly.
Access granted.
Look, it's not your fault. You couldn't have predicted the extent to which one man would go to ensure that his assets stay loyal. The important thing is that none of them died, and because of that, we still have a chance to make a real change. If any other surgeon had been in that room instead of you, I doubt we'd be saying that. Yeah, I'm not going one floor down just yet. I'm not in any rush to have a face-off against that guy. You'll see who I'm talking about in a minute. Reminds me, I probably should drag some of the painkillers down onto that tab and drag, let's see, drag the concussion grenades over there. Should do for now.
If anyone's here, come out now. I've got you. Things.
You know, I really didn't want to.
Need backup. He's on the run. Had enough? You've had it!
And I got shot dead by 2 civvies. Well, actual FEMA workers anyway.
What are you doing here? Bust him up! Gonna get you, you bastard! Gotta trigger the alarm! That's far enough! Dead! That enough? I heard that. Come out!
God damn it.
What are you doing here? Bust him up! I saw that! Gotta trigger the alarm! I've got you!
Access granted.
Well, now no one can trigger that alarm.
Access granted. Access granted.
Blurring the boundaries between man and machine. For a mechanical bioprosthesis to work, a patient must be implanted with a device that powers its electronics. The problem is, generating power requires chemicals which are toxic to the body. So unless we find a way to harness electricity that is already present in the central nervous system, we are bound to fail. There is a second problem as well. Preliminary research into power harnessing biochips suggests that our immune systems will perceive these devices as foreign invaders and immediately send proteins to encapsulate them. Over time, scar tissue will build up between the PHB and surrounding tissue, resulting in prosthesis failure. So how do we avoid this? Deus Industries is working on a plan to grow networks of poly-3,4-ethylenedioxythiophene polystyrene sulfonate electrodes, PEDOT if you will, that intertwine with neural cells. The goal is to create a biocompatible matrix which attracts neural progenitor cells to grow in the proper direction, blurring the boundary between what is nervous system and what is external device. A neural environment where implanted biochip and live neural cells coexist, even migrate and evolve over time, will not only be safer and more effective for the end user, it will be the ultimate melding of man and machine. Another box of energy bars. Ah, well. L. Barrett. And this is kind of complicated because you got to get both of those at the same time. So you know what? I think I'll pass on hacking this one. Unless I can find a security code somewhere out in the detention cells anyway. Rex 84 Operational Field Notes, reference to Operation Garden Plot. Extant to the operational results from continuity of Government Rex 84 Alpha X Plan, subsection of Department of Defense Civil Disturbance Plan 55-2, Operation Garden Plot, regarding large-scale suppression/arrest/detainment of civilians during national crisis situation. Function to suppress insurgents whenever unlawful assemblages or rebellion against the authority of the U.S. make it impractical to enforce law in any state or territory by the ordinary course of judicial proceedings. Application to forces, local and state police, Army, and in support role, Air National Guard under state control, federal civil law enforcement officials, federal military forces to include Army, and in support role, Air National Guard. The minimum forces to be supported in the Detroit objective area is 5,000, the maximum 12,000, as specified by executive order in which said forces have been directed to restore law and order. There we go. We've been assigned a single terminal for the duration of this mission. We'll use it to communicate with UO, the Dutchman, and HQ, and only the three of us are to touch it, understood? Same room as before, different login and password. L. Barrett, Bull Skull.
Access granted. Access granted.
Please be advised that the following names have been added to the ADX list. In the event of martial law, each one of them is to be arrested and transported to the nearest containment facility. Coincidentally, all the names on that list are actually developers on the design team for this game, or other people who happen to work for Square Enix. Hey, they're allowed to get a nod in. They wrote the game after all. That damn turret down there, and I can't hack it because I don't have the upgrade needed to turn it off. Oh well. Okay, well, I think I have thoroughly cleared out this area, so let's move on to the the first boss fight. But before I go in there, first things first, let's read the messages on the computer that was set up, now that we have the password for it. Oh, and I didn't even notice that 150 credits that was sitting there. Missions awash. Deload stopped before completion. No word from UO or Dutchman since. Picus reports at least one PFT dead. We assume him. If so, DMPD will have corpse. We'll need assistance from your end to recover. Obviously we are not pleased, but the mission was risky from the start. It was probably not wise to put so much trust in a single outside asset. The Dutchman is good, but he's also temperamental and impulsive. No doubt he panicked and severed the link. We will try to find him. In the meantime, proceed with the recovery of UO. You will have what you need. What kind of rinky-dinky operation you running, Manderley? You were supposed to have that morgue locked down. Now I look like a Louisiana polecat caught out on the bayou with its knickers down. Sergeant, I understand you are upset with what happened at the morgue, but you must sympathize with my position. As much as I would like to make sure that your interests are protected, not to mention the interests of the people you take orders from, there is only so much I can do. I cannot find out who dropped the ball and string them up accordingly, as too much interference from me is likely to raise eyebrows, and that is something none of us wants at this juncture. I suggest you get on with your extraction from our premises. JM. JM, of course, being Joseph Manderley. And like I said, you'll be hearing more about him later. Remember that robot I fought earlier called a box guard? These are box guards. This is why they're called box guards. They look like boxes. And aren't I happy that none of these are active? One box guard is bad enough, but let's see. 8, 16, 24, 32, 37, 52... Yeah, I'd say a couple hundred is a little bit too many, even for a badass like Jensen.
looky here. We got us a Boy Scout.
He must be the one who mucked up my operation at the morgue.
Get rid of him, Barrett.
Oh, that's gonna be a pleasure.
Yeah, I think I'll run this way. Heh.
Access granted.
If I had the access, I could have taken those turrets and turned them against them. But unfortunately, I don't have that ability right now, so I'm going to have to settle for the old-fashioned alternative, otherwise known as shooting them. And hoping he doesn't find me while I'm doing this.
Access granted. Access granted.
There we go.
Don't die on me yet. This Boy Scout's got a few questions to ask. Your leader, the one who called you Barrett. Who is he? Why is FEMA sending you after Sarif Industries?
FEMA? You think FEMA gives a rat's ass about some rinky-dink biotech corporation's company secrets? You got worse enemies than FEMA.
Yeah? Like who? Who?
Get to Shanghai. Hang shot in Court Gardens. Penthouse. Tell him... Tell him... Tell him Barrett sent you straight to hell!
Jensen, what's going on down there? Those soldiers just sixed out like you wouldn't believe.
They see you.
No, I was flying dark in case it got hot. You alright?
I'm fine. Patch me to Sarif.
I'm getting you out of here first. Get to the LZ. I'll pick you up there.
Well, that was easier than I anticipated. Didn't even have to draw a weapon on him. Although I might drop some of this excess ammo. Would like to drop enough to take that with me. I already have a shotgun back at the house, but that's the... There we go. One double-barreled shotgun grabbed. Just because I want a complete collection. It's all about stuff I can sell.
You ready to get out of here, Jensen?
Yeah, take us back to Sarif Industries.
None too soon if you ask me. Strap in and hold on.
I need to speak with you. Meet me in your office right away.
I'd love to, Francis, but I have to debrief Sarif first.
I suppose you could, or you could hear what I have to say and see if that doesn't change things. Pritchard out.
I can't believe it, Jensen. An internment camp smack dab in the middle of Detroit. Shit. You know, people have been talking about these kind of things ever since I was a kid. But to actually find evidence, to know the people running this country distrust us so much, makes you wonder if they really did close Guantanamo. You know, people have been talking about these kind of things ever since I was a kid. But to actually find...
Downtown broadcast installation vandalized. Cable television and radio services were disrupted across Detroit's city center this evening when a broadcast antenna located in gang-controlled territory was shut down. Local police and Picus News, who own and maintain the installation, are investigating the incident. Hint, hint. Police investigate break-in at city morgue. An unknown perpetrator, well, unbeknownst to them, but knownst unto us, broke into the Jefferson Drive police precinct this evening and tampered with important evidence, potentially derailing an ongoing investigation. Officials have begun questioning anyone who may have witnessed the burglary, with an apparent focus on Desk Sergeant Wayne Haas, who was on duty at the time. Haas is the ex-SWAT team operative who shot and killed a 15-year-old boy in Mexican Town 2 years ago, igniting a citywide riot. The precinct will be shut down until a thorough investigation by Homeland Security is completed, said Ryan Penn, chief of the Detroit Police Department. Chef of the Detroit Police Department? That's quite a promotion if he's the one doing the PR. Jefferson Drive is the same facility where the bodies of those killed at Sarif Industries had been taken after the savage attack at company headquarters earlier this year.
Not only the pro-augs who might want to get at Taggart, but the ones against them too.
You're saying that pro-human activists might see this visit as treachery?
I'm just saying anything is possible, so keep your eyes out for suspicious characters.
Right.
No one relaxes until Taggart and his entourage are out of the building.
Adam, I just heard something that might interest you. My cousin called from police headquarters. Apparently there's been an incident. Major security breach.
Damn that Taggart. He's the one who incited those radicals, you know. He may as well have ordered them to do it.
You guys might hear all of a sudden, but there was just something about Taggart that I found a little mesmerizing. I asked him if this was his first time in Detroit.
What do you want?
As much as I hate to admit it, I need your help. That signal you shut down in DRB territory. It's been active for almost a year.
You're telling me someone outside this company has had access to our network since before the first attack?
I've detected intrusions before and shut them down swiftly every time. But whoever designed this particular algorithm is good. Very good.
You've told Sarif?
See, here's the thing. The intrusions were possible because of a backdoor access into our security system that I never even knew existed.
The one Sanders' team used to get inside our plant.
I've worked here for 7 years, Jensen, and this is the first time I've seen that particular access route. David Sarif created it specifically to bypass the firewall. He's hiding something, and I think you should find out what it is.
Why me?
Because, as far as I can tell, Sarif created that access and was streaming a lot of data through it shortly after your ex-girlfriend suggested he hire you.
Yo, Jensen, welcome back, man. Didn't think we'd see you up and around for a while yet. Listen, could I ask you a favor? I'm not actually in the offices these days. Sarah's had me working over at the temp labs for about a week now. But I just called in for messages, and Cindy told me a few people's offices have been broken into. By who, I wonder? If you get a chance, could you take a peek into room 30? I just want to make sure no one's been in there messing with my stuff. Thanks, bud. Much appreciated. Access code is 0250, by the way. Let me know how things look. Office 30, huh? Okay, we'll take a look. Actually, I've already been in here. Yeah, things look like they stole everything. Just saying. Whoop, wrong key again. Okay. So many options. Well, as it turns out, there will be 2 more praxis waiting for us. So I will go talk to him in a few minutes. Besides which, I need to sell some stuff.
What's your pleasure?
For now, sell.
Be sure to tell all.
Well, would you say the police were overly violent?
Overly violent?
But there was violence, right? The police did physically strike some of the protesters, right?
Well, sort of. I mean, some people were shoving the police shields, and the cops had to shove back, but nobody really got hit, I don't think.
So the cops shoved people down. Very good. Thank you. Will you be purchasing?
Let's see. Okay, there's nothing available yet. There will be. I have to come back here later anyway, but I'd want to drop some stuff off.
Welcome home, Mr. Jensen.
Like, oh, you know, the double-barreled shotgun and the revolver. And the extra Typhoon ammo. And 2 full stacks of shotgun ammo. A full stack of machine pistol ammo. Three full stacks of assault rifle ammo. One Peps shot. Could have sworn I had some rocket launcher stuff too. Oh well. Oh, I do have some. There we go. Drop that. Now, where's the one assault rifle I kept? Oh, hello. What the? Painkillers lying all the way under the table. There it is. The one combat rifle I kept. And I'm going to apply the laser targeting system to that. That clears out a lot of inventory space. Might leave the Cyber Boost Pro energy bar somewhere around here too. Because that thing is huge. Now we'll go back to Sarif Industries and go talk to Sarif. Yeah.
Jensen in Highland Park? You've got to be kidding me.
That's what Will was saying. He heard Frank talking to David about it.
Oh, and Will is a reliable source. You know, he listens to that conspiracy radio DJ all the time.
I'm not so sure. The way things have been going around here lately, I'm starting to wonder if the government is up to something. Those men who attacked us 6 months ago had to have had military training.
Yeah, but not necessarily U.S. military training.
Meaning what?
Meaning we all know how much the Chinese want to get their hands on what we do here. And I just heard that Athena's getting Jensen a new passport. Do the math, please.
Excuse me.
Mr. Jensen, isn't it?
Sir, you have that charity dinner?
In a moment, Isaiah. I was hoping I might run into you, Mr. Jensen. Bill Taggart.
The founder of the Humanity Front. I know who you are.
Yes. Yes, I imagine you do. As David Sarif's top security man, I imagine you have quite the file on me. But I assure you, Mr. Jensen, I am devastated by recent events.
Really?
I do not support what you and your company are doing to mankind. I believe it's extremely dangerous. But abolishing human enhancement technologies will only be achieved through legal means.
I'll keep that in mind.
This is your first day back since the accident 6 months ago, isn't it?
Sir, we have to go.
What happened to me was no accident.
Ah, my mistake. But it must have been stressful facing down a second incident so soon. I imagine it brought back all kinds of unpleasant memories.
I appreciate your concern, Mr. Taggart, but it was nothing I couldn't handle.
I'm a psychologist, Mr. Jensen. I know when a man is hiding behind words. The flesh may heal, but the mind is not always so resilient. You might want to keep that in mind. Now, if you'll be so kind as to excuse me.
I'm curious about something, Mr. Taggart. What is it you hope to accomplish by coming here tonight?
I would think that would be obvious. Your company has been viciously targeted. The violence and bloodshed that's occurred, it must be stopped. But I'm afraid it won't be until men of wisdom and understanding come to an agreement.
About what?
About the future, Mr. Jensen. This enhancement technology threatens to change the course of human evolution, to redefine what it even means to be human. You think governments can afford to let that go unregulated?
You can't stop progress, Mr. Taggart.
Perhaps not. But neither can we afford to sit by and watch it happen on its own. Not when we have the ability, the collective will, and foresight to influence it.
I see. Thank you for illuminating me.
Anytime.
Athena, you've been at this company a long time.
I hope that's not a comment about my age, Adam.
No. But I know nothing gets by you. If Sarif had done something that could compromise us...
Mr. Sarif has only the best interests of this company in mind, Adam.
I'm not questioning that.
Aren't you? I've been here since the beginning. I've seen how he built this up from nothing. He cares for his people. He truly believes what we're doing is important, and he would never do anything to jeopardize it.
I shouldn't have brought it up.
No, you shouldn't have. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm busy.
Got a quick save here because this is a social thing. The only thing, if you don't get it, you lose. You don't get some information. But
Boss, we need to talk.
Is something wrong?
I'm not sure. Did you set up a private access route to bypass the company firewall right before you hired me?
What?
Pritchard said someone's been using it to access our system since before the first attack. The security measures he and I set in place never stopped them because we didn't even know the loophole existed.
Oh, I see. Frank's fixed that, though, right?
He has now, but he's wondering why you never mentioned it.
Frank's paranoid, Adam. You know that. Can a busy man forget things once in a while?
You streamed an awful lot of data through that portal, boss. Right before you brought me on board. Preacher may be paranoid, but I gotta admit, I'm wondering what was in it too.
Yeah, as an ex-cop, I guess you would. But the important thing is you found the hole and plugged it. We're secure now. And the information you uncovered in that FEMA facility may actually help us track these guys. So let's just stay focused on what's important.
I want to, believe me. I want to catch these guys as badly as you do. But that breach is responsible for every security crisis we've had, including today's. If you want me to stop these guys, I need to know what kind of data they've had access to.
You're right. I'm sorry if I seem evasive. But there's something you're not getting here, Adam. Business is war, with no clear battleground and no rules to keep our enemies honest. In this company, I'm the commander-in-chief, and I have to be ready for anything, and I will do anything to ensure that I am. Now, I hired you because I needed a general I could trust, one who knows how to obey orders.
Boss, I think we're getting sidetracked here. If you want me to win this war for you, I need to know how badly we've been compromised. I need to know what was in that data stream, in case our enemies accessed it.
No, Adam. I am not getting sidetracked. I'm trying to give you a message, but apparently you can't take a hint. I'm sorry to have to break this to you, but frankly, there are a lot of things going on in this company that I can't share with you. Things that are above your pay grade. I like to think of us all as a team, but in the end, I decide who gets trusted with what. Now, this is just one of those times when you'll have to do your job regardless. Megan told me you could handle that when she asked me to hire you. Now prove it to me.
Megan? Boss, what does Megan have to do with any of this? I thought we were discussing a security breach.
No, Adam. You were discussing it. I just told you it's time to move on. Seriously, the data I streamed is not going to hurt anyone. It was just some routine background information I needed to get familiar with after a discussion I'd had with Megan one night. It's the kind of stuff I look at all the time, and if someone did get a hold of it, they wouldn't know what to do with it. I'm telling you, we're fine. Trust me.
Boss, 6 months ago, mercenaries knew stuff about this company that I didn't, and used it to get past my security measures. I don't really care what kind of secrets you and Megan were keeping back then. I just want to make sure they don't endanger us again.
What exactly are you implying, son? That I would endanger my own staff?
Yeah, this isn't working.
Boss, we need to talk.
Is something wrong?
I'm not sure. Did you set up a private access route to bypass the company firewall right before you hired me?
What?
Pritchard said someone's been using it to access our system since before the first attack. The security measures he and I set in place never stopped them because we didn't even know the loophole existed.
Oh, I see. Frank's fixed that, though, right?
He has now, but he's wondering why you never mentioned it.
Frank's paranoid, Adam. You know that. Can a busy man forget things once in a while?
You streamed an awful lot of data through that portal, boss. Right before you brought me on board. Pritchard may be paranoid, but I gotta admit, I'm wondering what was in it too.
Yeah, as an ex-cop, I guess you would. But the important thing is you found the hole and plugged it. We're secure now. And the information you uncovered in that FEMA facility may actually help us track these guys. So let's just stay focused on what's important.
You went behind my back on this one, boss. With all due respect, you hired me to keep this place secure. But I can't do that if you are not 100% straight with me.
Why are you getting so defensive? All I'm saying is we should be looking forward, Adam, not back. Not telling you about that portal left us open to attack, fine. But to be fair, it was your job to find our weaknesses and protect us from them. I need troops I can rely on, and I thought you were one of them. I hired you. I trusted you. When a lot of other people said I shouldn't. You know, Frank wanted me to hire a private military outfit like Bell Tower Associates. Maybe I should have.
I think I proved myself today. And the only reason I'm worried about that loophole right now is because the data you streamed through it could have been accessed, backtraced, and stolen by the men who attacked us. Our enemies might still find a way to hurt us with it.
What? Well, I never considered that. Sorry, son. I guess you have proved yourself today. Look, I'm not going to share every single detail of this data with you. As CEO of this company, there are things I can't release, even to you, Frank, or Athena. I consider us all a team here, but we each have our own roles to fill. I decide who gets trusted with what, and in this case, you're just going to have to do your job without knowing all the facts. Megan said you could roll with the punches. Prove she was right.
With all due respect, sir, I am trying to do my job. The job you hired me to do. The job you even brought me back in for tonight. But it feels like you're getting in the way. Especially when you start bringing Megan into this.
I wasn't trying to... Look, I don't want us getting upset over this. The data I streamed had nothing to do with Megan or her work. It was just a routine, fact-finding check that sprang from one of our discussions. The kind of check I have to run quite often around here, believe it or not. Now, if somebody backtraces the transmission and gets a look at it, I very much doubt they'll know what to do with it. Trust me, we're fine.
I would like nothing better than to trust you with this, boss. But trust is a two-way street, and the way you've handled this entire conversation so far makes me think that it's you who isn't trusting me. Why, boss? What is it you're so afraid to tell me?
Adam, of course I trust you, son. And it's not that I'm afraid to tell you the truth. It's just that, honestly, I'm afraid you'll take it the wrong way. All right. Look, the truth is, I set up a confidential data channel for a private investigator, someone who can run covert background checks on people. Potential new recruits, like you.
You what?
I had to, Adam. You were a liability, remember? You'd just been fired from SWAT. Now, Megan believed in you, but I had to be sure. Look, I don't want this to come between us. I'll send the files to your computer. You can see for yourself what he dug up. But Adam, you'd better be sure.
Why? What do you mean?
I mean, sometimes the past should stay in the past. Once you see that data, you can't unring the bell. When you're ready, come back and talk to me. We need to discuss our next move.
Excellent. Another praxis point received. Confidential. I had a friend at the GeneView Labs run the test off the records like you asked. Does the subject know that neither of his parents are his birth parents? That surprised me. The mother was sterile according to those old medical records I dug up, but his dad carries no common phenotypes either. See for yourself. Mother, Margie Jensen, 8572, Caucasian. Father, Arthur Jensen, 112369, Caucasian. Child, Adam Jensen, 3993. Genetic systems tested / parentage index. Probability of parentage 0. Brent, it wasn't easy, but I finally backtraced some of Margie and Arthur Jensen's past through their medical files. Arthur Jensen had enough connections to his old Desert Storm buddies turned security consultants to have certain records pulled, which is why the family is a ghost. But he couldn't hide Margie's records. For a period of 8 years, Arthur relied on the insurance policy of his then employer, White Helix Labs, to pay for his wife's medication. She was on antidepressants since 14 and needed regular prescriptions. When White Helix Labs burned down, all its files and employment records were lost, and the Jensens stayed invisible mostly. Here's the thing, 1 minute Adam doesn't exist, and the next the Jensens have themselves a bouncing, healthy 5-year-old. That's when they pull their vanishing act. So on a hunch, I sniffed around some more, and sure enough, the Jensens had tried adopting kids from several Michigan agencies, but Margie was deemed unfit as a parent. Next thing you know, they have Adam. There's no real trail saying how he was placed in their hands. Hope that helps. Mr. Sarif, I found Adam Jensen's psych evaluation following that SWAT incident with the augmented teen. I managed to sneak a look at the folder, but I couldn't copy it, at least not yet. I'll be honest with you, the psych eval doesn't paint a pretty picture. It mentions the problems with authority figures, a disregard for the chain of command, anger management issues, and potential PTSD. Here's the thing. When you hired me, you said you wanted me to read between the lines. So here it is. The evaluation reads like fiction. I'm thinking a pissed-off superior wanted Jensen off the force and had the evaluation worded to read like just cause. But most of the rank and file I spoke to respected and liked Jensen. They thought he was a real straight shooter, even though the SWAT incident soured his reputation a little. Still, even my source liked him enough to want to keep his psych eval buried. Adam, oh yeah, that's old one from Athena and Cal. Okay.
Athena tells me you spoke to Sarif. Did he happen to tell you why he made us look like idiots?
I'm handling it.
You can imagine how relieved I am to hear that. I'll tell you what. While you follow any lead Sarif spoon-feeds you, I'm going to do what I should have done in the first place and backtrace that signal.
That's your pride talking. Still, get back to me if you find something.
You meant when?
Pretty sure I didn't.
And another elevator trip.
Here, this is for you. It's a corporate passport encoded with your biometrics. I've set up a false flag routing which should get you to Henshaw Island without any problems.
You're sending me to China? What about FEMA?
FEMA's got nothing to do with this, trust me. We'll have better luck in China.
How can you say that? I saw the bastard who killed Megan pulling his men out of that facility. I left one of those men dead in its underground storage bay.
I know that, Adam. Frank was monitoring the whole thing. So I also know that before he died, that man gave you an address in China. I want you to check it out.
That doesn't make any sense.
Look, Adam. There's a reason this company's under attack. You think it has to do with the Typhoon or with some other top-secret military project that I haven't told you about?
The thought had crossed my mind.
Yeah, well, it doesn't. The work Megan's team was doing before they were killed, it was redefining what it means to be human. This company, Sarif Industries, was about to lead mankind to its next stage in human development. Self-controlled evolution. Can't you see how scary that can be to some people?
Sure. I also see how lucrative it can be for some others.
It's never been about money for me, Adam. But you're right. There are people out there who don't exactly feel the same.
Like who?
I'm hoping you'll be able to find that answer for us in China. So get going. Farida's prepping the chopper.
And another 1,000 getting things done.
Sorry, Adam, I can't help you right now. I'm trying to deal with the fire.
I love that view. While it lasts. Of course, on the other hand, Hingsha, well, that is an interesting place. And you'll see what I'm talking about when we get there.
I will not be accompanying dinner tonight. I must head to Utah instead.
To the rehabilitation center. Does Mr. Taggart know this, sir?
Of course he does. I would not be leaving if it were not a medical emergency.
Of course, I understand. I can't imagine what it must be like to willingly give up an implanted limb.
Please, make sure Mr. Taggart is up to date itinerary-wise, and I will rendezvous with you later this week.
Understood, sir.
Also, I want to check on that corner of the building. I'm not sure if I have the password to get in the door or not, but if I can, there's stuff in there. Nope, and I can't hack it yet either. Alright, well, off to Hingsha we go. Also...
Hey, Jensen. The boss said you were on your way. You're gonna love Hangsha.
You've been there?
Used to live there. I spent 3, maybe 4 years working in the upper city, and most of my nights having fun in the lower one. You ready to go?
Not yet.
Don't take...
Okay, that's my only active mission, so...
Ready to head to China?
I thought I was. How long is this gonna take, Melon?
You mean the flight or the fun afterward? Don't worry, we'll be there before you know it. Climb in.
And the booby takes flight.
Jensen, you might want to get ready. The jewel of the Yangtze approaches.
Son of a bitch. I'm supposed to find answers in that.
Hey, twice the scum and half the space. Hang on, we're going in. The address you got off that Merc, Hangsha Court Gardens? It's a bit of a walk from here in the Yuzhou district, but I figured it might be best not to drop you too close.
In case Barrett only gave up the address, knowing I'd walk into another trap.
It's the kind of thing I'd do to an enemy. You want my advice? Just find out who lives there and get out.
Okay. And here we are in Lower Hingsha. And up there is the floof. Because for the guys who live in the lower city, it's the roof. For the guys who live in the upper city, it's the floor. Therefore, it's the floof.
Hey, do you know how to get to the Honghua hotel? Just walk over there. This rooftop.
合家，合家，合家。
You know, that's an
杀
amazing.
最好的。
And yeah, it kind of is, Dairuger.
Hey, 我会帮你消除烦恼。 你生命中最好的10分钟，别错过了。
Access granted.
到这儿了。
Thanks for the 210 credits. Dragonheads, the Triads in the 21st century. By far the incident that left the biggest imprint on the Triads was the Mark Gorlau War of 2018, a conflict between established groups like the Woxing Wo, the Sun Yi On, and 14K, and several smaller pretenders to the throne. Coincidentally, if some of those sound familiar, they are from Sleeping Dogs, where the Sun Yi On, which is their actual name, were called the Sun On Yi. To this day, details remain sketchy, but it appears that the untimely passing of a mountain master of the Four Dragons ignited a storm of accusation among many key triads. What began as dissent spilled onto the streets as gangs engaged in violent conflict. The war escalated to such levels that military police were called in to curb the threat, and by the time the smoke cleared, a new hierarchy had ascended to take the place of the old, led by newly empowered groups like the Red Arrow Brotherhood, LMF, and the Luminous Path. And the Red Arrows and the Luminous Path will play important roles in the original game when I get to it.
别着急，再多住几个月吧。
没办法，不少。现在我赚的可付不起房租，
来胶南旅馆住吧。虽然这里是
Access granted.
And welcome home, Mary, I guess. Good to see you.
Access granted.
That's one locker raided.
Access granted. Access granted. Access granted.
Crossbow arrows, which I'm not going to pick up at the time.
Access granted.
And 328 more credits. Well, the police that way are alarmed, so I'll just go this way. How about that?
没有从生物科技热潮中获利的，就是这些平民百姓。在贫民窟一样的旅馆里。
Just getting some of the miscellaneous stuff out of the way, like the extra... like some of the extra XP for visiting the back rooms of all these merchants. Darrow Industries offering substantial incentives. Darrow has joined the ranks of employers offering free augmentation as an incentive to join their workforce. With the Mammoth Panchea high Arctic installation nearing completion and another huge facility underway in the Indian Ocean, the need for manpower has reached a critical level. Taiyong Medical announced today that it will be making another large investment in the construction of Hingsha Island's two-tiered city on the Yangtze River. Built on split levels, the lower city has already become a bustling hub of exotic nightlife and cultural activity, and the upper city will soon be a center for universities and high-tech research. The single biggest corporate underwriter in China, Taiyong Medical is injecting an undisclosed sum into Hingsha's economy to ensure new facilities are built to world-class standards. Taiyong's president and CEO, Zhao Yunru, spoke about the stimulus package. We want to make Hingsha the undisputed world leader in cybernetics, and we will spare no expense to ensure that we stay on track until our goals are realized.
Excuse me, do you know where the limb clinic is?
Yes, it's on Ski Road, near the market.
Can't go into that guy's back room.
Through a combination of ion seeding and geothermal management.
Forgive me, Mr. But you're up. Excuses.
Welcome to the Limb Clinic, where I'm going to pick up 2 more praxis points.
Lim International welcomes you. You are preferred client? Select what you want from computer. You're very welcome.
这几乎跟
Nothing of any importance back here in this one. But 2 more praxis, and I'm less than a few hundred. I'm just a few hundred XP away from a 3rd praxis point. Well, actually a 5th, because I still have those 2 that are saved up.
It doesn't happen often.
Hello. Woo, dude, the code to the storage unit is 6830, but once you're in, you're on your own. I have no idea how to get into the safe. That's Bole's business. Well, I wish I'd known that earlier.
stepped up to make things better.
Yeah, already been back there. Okay. Also going to search the Alice Garden pods and the Hunghwa Hotel while I can before moving on with the main story. Think I hear Nix at the door. Be right back. Yep, I did. Now the next thing is to figure out if she just wants water and she's going to go back out, or if she's going to stay in.
这个月又得捉襟见肘了。
You buy or sell. I do it all. Look at a computer and see for yourself. Bye-bye. I see you.
And that's where the revolver gives it exploding rounds. Yep, she's staying. Considering that she just climbed under my desk and her whiskers are brushing my leg.
Best? Come back and...
No. Her whiskers aren't brushing my leg because she's happy. They're brushing my leg because... basically... she's licking herself.
Right? Yeah, I will be right.
More risk and certainty. Log on to www.picusweb.com. This is Eliza Cassan reporting to you live. It doesn't happen often, folks, but it appears that I may have to retract. Million.
I think I can sell that. Yeah, that's the pistol armor penetration system. So I can sell that back to this guy. Because my pistol already has that.
Hip. Bye-bye.
At least I get 750 credits back. So, welcome to the Hingsha Pod Hotel. Essentially, imagine if that was your entire apartment. By virtue of being the only place where you can afford the rent. How to win at Mahjong. I don't think I need to read that.
My visit to Prague was related exclusively.
I know what you have in there.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I saw you with Barrett in your shirt the other day. You know pets are not allowed in hotels. That's not true. Tell Mr. Chow. You're not getting it. You're a very mean lady.
Dearest wife, I cannot take it any longer. I cannot go on living in this cramped, tiny place. I cannot keep pretending my life will get better and you and I will be reunited. My will and determination to fight have left me. I have reached the end of the line, but I feel peace and calm. I am grateful now that I can go to sleep. I do not feel guilt ending a life which no longer holds any hope. Physically and emotionally, I am defeated and unable to cope. Please tell the children that I love them. My love for you and for them will never falter. By the time you read this, I will have disappeared from your lives. The streets of Hingsha will be the last place anyone will ever see me. Be brave. I will see you on the other side. Judging by the amount of dust that's been accumulating on my filing cabinets, desktop, and chair, I'm thinking you forgot the access code to my office door. 3824. Now get in there and clean it. Chu Jan, Rooms Division Manager, Alice Gardens Hotel. Masumi, father is very worried about you. He says uncle was in Hingshan business and went to visit you at your new workplace. When he saw what kind of hotel it was, he refused to walk inside. He says there's no way the Hotel Hung Hwa would hire a beautiful girl like you just to sweep rooms. What are you doing, my sister? I know it must be very expensive living in a city like Hingsha, but surely you would not stoop so low to make rent. Please, sister, write back us and tell us it is not true. Your loving sister, Sumiko. Hello, 95 credits. I agree with her. Electrogravitic technology applications. Based on an immature design of Russian origin, we've been looking at this technology as an applicable functionality for enhanced human subsystems in the military arena. While it isn't a substitute for an actual physical descent system, such as a fast rope or parafoil, the electrogravity generator is now at a level of intricacy whereby we can implant it in a human being. The core unit, the generator module and powertrain, oh dear, is fusion bonded to bone at the base of the implantee's spine, and a distributed mix of dermal sensors and monitoring fibers in the inner ear work with a built-in accelerometer to activate it in a pulse phase mode if the implantee's body enters a state of uncontrolled fall for more than a couple of seconds. With practice, skilled operators have been able to drop from heights ranging from beyond 30 feet to upward of 100 feet with zero fall trauma. You can understand why we nicknamed this the bungee cord in R&D. Ah, left him in a confined space. Don't mind me, just dropping in. Needless to say, the DH is extremely disappointed in you, as am I. I told you this was a dirty job. How can you expect to become a 426 if you can't deal with one little woman? Not good.
So the guy 143 so much stuff lying on.
www.picusweb.com.
I'll be back here later. See those? Server racks. And they're not for the hotel server.
My visit to Prague was related.
Oh wait, I've been in this one.
You're referring to the Panchaea project.
I just
There is in serious trouble about that. We stepped up to make things better. Concept doing.
Leak in the ceiling. Gonna be needing this later, so...
Who's that?
Okay, well, my pistol can only take one more rate of fire upgrade. Let's wait until they stop being alarmed before I drop in.
Sa! Die, American! Running, Lawan. Sega!
How about I just wait here while you figure that one out?
Side, Jim, what is that? Empty. Stop hiding! Die, American!
Well, he can't get up here. Not the way I did, anyway.
And it's time we have to speak. Make things better. Doing this is to modify ocean temperatures through a combination of ions.
走开！
coming to you live. It doesn't happen often. That I may have to retract an earlier statement.
Related exclusively to the project which has consumed all my
Oh, and yes, you can take the fire extinguishers off in this one. I thought you couldn't, but it turns out you can.
You see what I got?
Yes, I do see what you got. Let's see. And now you have some wine, and some beers, and some spirits.
Come back and...
And that is the garden pods for now. We will be back again. But, you know, I collected a few $100s worth, well, credits worth of equipment.
我前阵子回纽约的时候，看了电视里面的新闻，有关 Picus 的内容也是很有深度性的。
And briefly over to the Hung Hua Hotel for a couple of things.
You want best in the city? You come to right place. Look on computer and see for yourself.
Got a silencer, might buy that for something. Target seeking system, damage upgrade, another laser targeting system.
Thank you. Come.
I imagine I'll be coming back to him multiple times. Hearts of Steel, which is fiction set within the game's universe. Wow. Complicated much?
Access granted.
你生命中最好的10分钟，别错过啦！
Access granted.
Why not? Wait, don't tell me.
You know what that means.
Yeah? Well, she's earned the right to talk back.
Goshi, we had to change the code to the safe in the manager's office. One of our ladies figured out the old one. Not sure exactly how, but either way we changed it. And in either way I hacked it, so I don't need this, but whatever. Membership card for the Hive, that'll come in useful later.
No, don't tell me I left my purse in there with May. Hey, mister, you think you could go in there and pretend to be a customer? It might break up the fight.
I told you, I am not getting augment. Not for this.
Our customers would pay much for the services of an augmented girl.
Augmented, and they can go themselves.
Sure, sound already happy. May.
No. Dangerous. I'm not making myself for someone else's pleasure.
This isn't the end of the discussion. May, you have a customer. Get to work. My apologies, sir. I was not aware May had a client waiting.
You know what? I don't like you. I do need to talk to May, but I'm going to have to wait for her to stop panicking. Since basically I decided to pummel her boss.
Access granted.
I've got you caught.
Jensen, you lost or something? Didn't think it would take this long to check out one apartment.
I took a detour. Tell me something, Malik. You think a smart card with a Tai Young Medical logo on it will come in handy in this town?
TYM, the global leader in augmentation technology? They put up almost half the cash to build this city, so maybe. Why are you asking?
No reason. Just thinking ahead.
I just have to wait for her to stop panicking. Meanwhile, I'm gonna go dehydrate. Be right back. A lot of the side quests in this region don't open up until I actually go over to the other district.
You're not a customer, are you?
What makes you say that?
The way you move, your attitude.
And what's my attitude?
Police. Or soldier. Someone on business. So why are you here?
I heard your argument. What was that all about?
They want me to get augmentations. For the customer's pleasure. It's sick. I quit before I ever let them touch me.
Sounded like they don't consider it an option.
They don't. I am lucky, I guess. I've been here the longest. It has advantages. But the new girls, they're not so lucky.
What do you mean?
They are forced to get augments. It's very bad. One of the girls who work here, Ning, she has been gone for days. I fear they took her and will force her to get augmented. You seem like a good man. I am desperate. Please, can you help? I can pay you.
What do you need me to do?
I heard the girls are drugged and taken to a place somewhere in Dagong district. There, they're held until the doctor comes. I wish you to find this place, to find where they're holding Ning. I hope it's not too late.
You keep referring to them. Who are they?
The Honghua Hotel used to be independent. In the past, we had a deal with local police for protection. And because we ran a clean and safe business, they looked the other way. But then, things changed.
What happened?
Bell Tower became the police in Lower Hansa, and they not care to help us. So, a drug lord came in with all his men and took control. Things has never been the same, and we cannot do anything about it.
Why do you think Ning has been kidnapped?
Before, we could always refuse augmentations. But more and more girls got them, and it brings more money. Now they force us to do it. They won't even hire purebreds like me anymore, because they're not as popular.
Is Ning one of the pure breeds?
Yes. Oh, well, I hope she still is. They started pushing for her to get augments. She say no even when it gets violent. Now I fear they lose patience and will force the operation. Ning's not the first, and she won't be the last.
Isn't this a job for the police?
The police leave Lower Hansa to Bell Tower, and Bell Tower not care what happens if criminal pay them money. They don't care about my friend or any of the other girls forced into the sex trade.
Okay, I'll help your friend.
Thank you. I knew I was right about you, Mr.
Jensen.
Mr. Jensen. I fear this little time. You must find Ning before they leash her with augments.
Leash her?
Yes, they call it that. They leash their girls with augments to keep them under control by supplying neuropazine. I do not know where they keep Ning, just that it is somewhere in Dagong district.
A specific location would help.
I tell you, I do not have one. But there is a bouncer here, Chuan Li. He works with these people. He will know where Ning is. He goes to the roof to smoke often. Look for him there. You might be able to convince him to reveal the place.
Anything else you can give me?
Yes. The men holding Ning. They most likely work with local triad gang here, the Harvesters. If you look for some of them around, maybe you find Ning better.
Got it.
Okay. Now, personally, I'm thinking, she's like, "You're not a customer, are you?" And I'm like, "Whatever gave you that idea?" Now, if I were the developers, I probably would have snuck in a piece of dialogue saying, "Well, you did just knock out my boss." I'm like, well, she has a point there. Okay. Here's the fun bit of foresight on the behalf of the developers. This guy, he does have the information you want.
Shove off before I shove you off.
I'm here to see you.
Uh-huh. What about?
Ning.
Open the phone book. Plenty of them in there.
Your friends are holding her. I can make it worth your while if you tell me where.
Worth my while? Yeah, maybe. Let's see some credits first, the tough guy, and then maybe I'll tell you where to find her.
I gotta make sure she's okay first. She'll be a lot more valuable to me and you if she's alive and in one piece, if you know what I mean.
I get it. Smart businessman you are. Okay. I'll tell you. They're holding her on a small side street just off the open gutter in the Daigong district. But listen, I didn't say anything, right?
Now, here's the fun bit about that scene. If you don't have the Casey mod at that point in the game, you can always just pay him the 2,000 credits. Then, you can cold cock him, knock him out, and take your 2,000 credits back. How's that for fun? Just make sure you give him enough time to tell you where she is first. What is it, Mary? I guess. What about him, Mary? Central would like to reward you for being one of our top sellers in Hingsha. Admittedly, your decision to set up shop in such an unusual location was frowned upon by many, but there is no denying the amount of merchandise you've been able to move. Perhaps love and war truly do have much in common. Expect a bonus in the next drop. And that was to the arms dealer. Ah. Wasn't planning on landing in the sewers, but oh well.
You're in the wrong part of town, Lao Lad. Go back. Don't hide! 我们去抓他！
Leave me!
把你的手拿开 ！Hold it! Come get me! Got your back. Give me. 最好周围看看。
Not usually, no. I agree with that.
This is not... Can't run! What's that? Shit, out of ammo.
Alright, fine.
Where are you? Last warning. What you trying to do? I have you.
Leave me! Get away!
Hey dumbass, straight from the boss. New code for the girl's holding pin, 5377. Delete this after you change the code. Seriously, you're gonna get us in trouble. Get your stuff together. Yeah, but...
Leave me! Get away! Leave me!
Access granted.
Get away! Who are you?
Your friend May sent me. She said you were in trouble. Are you hurt?
May. Thank God. And no, I'm fine. They didn't touch me. Not yet, anyway. If you hadn't come, though, how did you find me?
I asked around. I can be persuasive.
I have to get out of here.
You sure you're okay? Can you leave here on your own?
Yes, thank you. Whoever you are, thank you so much. I need to go. I need to get out of this city. I need to get away from that monster, Chan. Tell May, tell her. Thank you for everything. I owe her. I owe you both my life.
Well... that's going to end up being a couple return trips to get rid of machine pistols.
Pass?
Come back and...
Whoop.
他否认的七七八八。说话呀！
Don't think I'll be coming back here to sell the machine pistols, because I have to pass through a loading screen each way to get to them. But I'm not going to pass up about 1,000 credits either. Crap. Hold on.
Fortune.
Yeah.
Here. You make me
poor. Deal with you no fun. Well, you don't have to buy weapons from me.
Ning, did you find her?
I did. She's safe, but running. I think she plans on leaving the city.
She always is a smart girl. I'm glad. I will contact her to make sure she is safe. As promised, here's your payment. If you want more, I have another task. Something suitable for a man of your many talents. Are you interested?
My interest would depend on the task.
By now, I'm sure you heard of Diamond Chan. He is evil man who feeds off the pain and misery of this city. If we are to stay in peace here, he must be taken care of.
You want me to kill Chan?
Yes, but you must make it look like an accident or suicide.
Once Chan is gone, what will you do? Won't some other drug lord turned pimp take advantage of your vulnerability?
I know someone who recently started his own security company. I will hire them to protect us. It should be more than enough, and I can trust them.
Why does his death need to look like a suicide?
I've made threats against Chan in the past. Because you helped Ning, if anything happens to Chan now, his harvester friends will think we are responsible. I do not want that to happen.
Tell me about Diamond Chan.
He's a monster. At first, he forced my girls to take drugs until they be addicted. It made them easy to control and dependent on him. But now, with cheap black market augmentations and customers with augmentation fantasies, it is even worse.
The Li Xing you spoke of earlier.
Yes. In order to squeeze more milk from his cows, he butchers them. The augments are just another form of control. The girls can always be tracked, and the need for neuropathy means they will not run away.
There has to be another way to remove Chan from the picture without resorting to murder.
There is. I have access to certain stimulants. If Chan was caught with them, he would no longer be a problem.
Meaning I could plant drugs on him.
Not on him. Somewhere in his apartment will be enough. He may be dead though. So knock him out, leave the drug, and come back here to me. I have a friend. He works with the police. I'll contact him and he'll make sure Chan is arrested.
I'll do it.
Good. I'll give you the address of Diamond Chan's apartment. It is on one of the nearby rooftops. Lower Hansai is a dangerous place. Simply knock Chan out, then drop his body into the alley below. Gravity will do the rest. But if you wish only to get Chan arrested, take these drugs. Plant them somewhere in his apartment after you've knocked him out. When you are done, return to me and I will contact my friend in the police. He will do the rest.
Anything else I should know?
Chan should be alone. He is too proud to have bodyguards around. But be careful. Even alone, Chan is dangerous.
Got it.
Mr. Jensen, remember not to cause any wounds on Diamond Chan that make it look like murder. Any suspicion will bring us more trouble from his friends.
So no tranquilizers or peps. Which means strictly hand-to-hand submission. Shouldn't be a problem.
That is good, yes. Good luck, Mr. Jensen. I will wait here.
Oh, wait. No, they're both pointing to the other district. Which means taking the tube. More than one apartment up here to break into. This isn't his, but I might as well since I'm here.
Access granted.
Global Politics Review, Chapter 6, The Middle East. This troubled region has undergone great upheavals in the last decade and a half, with the formation of the United Arab Front and the progression towards a single Islamic superstate. The invasion of Israel in the early 2020s marked the final stage in the UAF's plans to impose control over the region. Despite the 2015 oil crash, the UAF's solidarity enabled member states to recover from the subsequent loss of economic power. The 6-month war had lasting effects, and years later, dispossessed Israeli nationals continued to strike in ongoing guerrilla, or as the UAF called them, terrorist attacks. Without Saudi oil to strengthen them, the UAF are not the player on the world stage they purport to be, but with the growing number of Islamic states in Southeast Asia, their reach may be greater than expected. Water pressure problems. Attention all tenants. As you know, we have been having problems with low water pressure. Beginning this Friday, we will be checking all water shutoff valves inside and out. We will be entering each apartment to do this, beginning with the 8th floor and working down. The entire process should take 1 week. Thank you for your cooperation and understanding. Chuye, my friend, it was wonderful running into you at the market yesterday. I missed talking to you. We should set up a date to play mahjong one of these evenings. Don't forget to encourage Shaylin to apply at the Taiyong Medical Factory here in the lower city. I hear they are looking for qualified technicians to work on a very special project. It won't be research intensive, just manual labor, but it includes lots of overtime because they have a very tight deadline to meet. A job at Taiyong is a good way to get to Upper Hingsha, at least that's what I've heard. I know, Ma, I'm on it. Why do you always have to pester me about things? I will let you know if I get the job. Mock Pharma Online. We carry all of the generic medication you have come to trust at the best prices anywhere. Mock Pharma Pharmaceuticals, huh?
You will.
Thanks for the revolver. And because we're here,
access granted.
the official Hive newsletter for Hive VIPs only. This Saturday, the Hive will be celebrating 15 years in Lower Hingsha. Come join us to celebrate with an all-night bash. Free champagne from 7 to 10. Tuesdays, Ladies Aug Night. Augmented ladies drink for free from 7 to 11. Thursdays, check out international superstar DJ Trung Hoa spinning the latest in Vietnamese trance. Fridays, Radical Cheek Night, the theme that started it all. Come dressed as your favorite freedom fighter or political dissident, and you could win a free trip to the mainland's most luxurious spa, Yangtze Breeze. And I'll take that 132 credits. Love how no one seems to care that you just walked into their apartment and took their credits.
Access granted.
Science and theory behind cochlear implants. A cochlear implant is a small electronic device implanted into the cochlea which aims to restore a very basic level of hearing to the deaf or severely hard of hearing. They are the most widely used neuroprosthetics in the U.S. In order to understand how the implant works, one must first understand how the human ear works. Sound waves travel through the air and are funneled into the auditory canal by the pinna, the outer part of the ear that we can see. The sound waves travel down the auditory canal and put pressure on the tympanic membrane, also known as the eardrum, causing vibration of the ossicles on the other end of the eardrum. This vibration continues through the ossicles and puts pressure on the oval window attached to the cochlea. The cochlea is where the sensation of hearing occurs. It is a fluid-filled space that spirals like a seashell. Within the spirals are small hair cells called the organ of Corti. When pressure is put on the oval window, the fluid within the cochlea moves, and some hair cells are pressed down. When this happens, the hair cells become activated and transmit this information to the brain. Different perceptions of sound are based on the different combinations of sound waves pressing down various hair cells in the organ of Corti within the cochlea. People who are deaf or hard of hearing may have an ineffective cochlea or damage to the area. They may also have damage to the ossicles that transmit sound vibration. Thanks for the credits, by the way.
Access granted. And this should be enough experience points to get us at least one more praxis point, too. So that's a plus. And along the way, sell the revolver I found.
Thank you.
Has Chen been taken care of?
I planted the drugs and left him unconscious in his apartment. Your friend should have no trouble with the arrest.
I will contact him immediately. Thank you.
Just glad I could help.
You saved us, Mr. Jensen. Money does not feel like enough thanks for what you have done. But here's the payment promised. I hope you will be satisfied with it.
You look here. Thank you.
Might as well buy those. Can't use them on anything yet. But that damage upgrade, I'm 2 damage upgrades away from max damage here. Let's see, drop the silencer. Drop the combat right. That, by the way, that's one of the unique upgrades that can be applied to 2 weapons. It can be applied either to the machine pistol or the combat rifle, and it's the Flesh-It navigation system. Because those 2 weapons fire Flesh-It rounds, with that they fire tracking Flesh-It rounds. So I'm going to go ahead and buy that while I'm here. And just leave it here in his office and it'll be safe. But that is going to be where I leave it for now, because now I have to continue the main quest, which is going over there and checking out that one apartment, which leads to a whole bunch of other stuff. So this is just a good point at which to stop it for now. I want to thank everyone for showing up. I appreciate your support. Another reminder for those who are new to the channel, if you want to support what I do, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I do have a link to a Discord channel down in the servers. Have a great rest of your day.